Hello, hello. This is your girl Go La Flow Devereaux, representing the House of Devereaux and Bougie La Him. So I'm back again, giving this another go. I'm not a content creator. Let me get that straight and out the way. I'm a messenger here to offer a guided and helping hand on people who want to get their life together. So I'm not gonna have no fancy camera tricks and stuff in the background and all that. That's for one-on-one when I put things on the screen to show and certain documentations and menus and stuff like that and things about lifestyle. So for the most part, whenever you receive me, it's gonna be like this. I'd rather you just hit the play and move around about your day and just have me playing in the background and soak up some of this knowledge that I have attained and that I'm offering to you now. And that's as far as it goes, as far as this uh, video recording, live stream, all that type of other stuff that goes on. That's not my field. That's not my specialty. Self-care is my specialty, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So sometimes it might seem like I'm ranting, which majority of the time I probably will be, just because of things that I found out during this journey. If it don't make you mad, then you really don't give two shits about how you're living. Now today I wanted to get on here and scream about the acronyms. And one of our most illustrious, greatest rappers of all time, the late great Tupac, said that a lot of these gov acronym agencies move and operate like a gang. And that is 100% correct. He is not lying about that. And one of them that I want to put my foot on their neck is the F, the D, and the A, and how it affects us every damn day. And what I'm talking about is the Food and Drug Administration. Now, as you can see from the title, hi, my name is, and I'm a recovering food addict, means exactly that. A lot of us are still caught up in our addiction, and a lot of people are realizing that, oh my God, this really is a problem. I really am addicted to such, such, and such. If you in that drive-through line every morning before you go to work, or during your lunch break, or you driving home and you just look up and turn in just to get it, are you really hungry when you driving in there? Do you eat when you hungry? When you get the hunger pain signs, growling stomach, that little funny feeling in the back of your neck? Is it, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat? Or damn, I want this and I'm going to go get it. I'm finna go get it and eat it. And that's what the Food and Drug Administration is responsible for. So let me ask this. Why is there a Food and Drug Administration? Right? Why is there FDA? When there's a USDA, that's for food. Agriculture, food. Agriculture is supposed to mean the food that comes from the sea and the soil, not from an industrialized farm, but that's what it means today. While we got the DEA and the ATF, right? Those are the people who deal in drug enforcement in this country, the gov that, oversees these things. So why is drugs not a part of that? Why is the D in drugs not a part of the DEA or the ATF? Why is food and drug put together? People always screaming, oh, if it ain't go through the FDA, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. Damn near everything that go to the FDA ain't safe for human consumption. Not just food, everything. Everything that's considered a product, everything that's pushed in the forefront of our lives through advertising, aka propaganda, what I like to call it. All those things are detrimental to us as humans. But just because this agency says, oh, it's okay, it's safe, when it is clearly not. So many reports are coming out saying how all these things affect our biological makeup and cause the dis-ease in our bodies, which lead them to want to put us on chemicals, aka drugs that act inside the body. Excuse me. That's all it is. Food that come in packages, bags, jars, cans, boxes. They are designed, processed, packaged, and manufactured. Distributed. Ain't that how we do drugs? So food is drugs in the United States. It is manipulated. It don't come from the soil or the sea. Those things, you could pick it right up, and if you don't mind dusting off a little dirt, eat it right then and there. It don't have to go through no damn manufacturing plant. All those ingredients in the back don't come from nature. They come from a lab. And you have to understand that those things that come from a lab, thickening agents, additives, preservatives, and all that stuff, you have to realize that when it hits your body, it does something to your brain, which is release that dopamine, have you feeling good, just like any other drug do. And that is a high that we're chasing when we eat food. And on top of that, those foods don't have any nutritional value. So they don't go and metabolize into alkaline when it hits the body. It turns into acid, mucousy acid. So we walking around tripping on acid basically every day. And that acid is in our bodies breaking down the major organs, causing heart problems, diabetes, stuff with your kidneys and your pancreas, all that stuff. It liquefies and goes into the system, travels to these organs, and along the way while it's traveling, it's breaking down those veins, it's dirtying up your blood, it's messing with your arteries. So that's where the problem lies with me, with the FDA. We got to stop giving these people so much credit, because all they're doing is putting out drugs under the guise of it being food that don't have no nutritional value for our bodies. But what it is doing is calcifying that pineal gland, which helps you with discernment, which helps you see the light, which helps you start questioning shit. Because I promise you, when mine started to clear up, that's when I started asking a whole bunch of questions, which led me down this rabbit hole of finding out stuff that I wasn't even intending to find out. But it was all in the name of finding out, why is it a war against us being healthy? Why do they want us sedentary and not moving around? And because they want robots and they want workers. And they're about to move us out with the robots. But it's basically shut up and do your job. That's what they want. Shut up and do your job. And we're going to make you do it through this food that we saying is nutrition. Please. That's why the diet and the exercise shit don't work, and that's why it makes me so mad about that. That's why I say I deal in nutrition and physical activity. I don't deal in that other stuff. That's why diet and exercise don't work. Oh, eat smaller portions of stuff that's still going to give you cancer and diabetes. Huh? Just in the name of losing weight? They ain't got nothing to do with being healthy. Smaller portions don't mean shit. It's just that's going to take a little bit longer for you to get sick. That's all it means. And that's why diets don't work. because you're not getting to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is the actual health of your body, not fat and where it's distributed. It's the health of them internal organs and systems inside that makes you healthy, not a smaller size. Yeah, you might look good. You might feel a little bit more healthy, but you're not the healthiest you could be. And the fact of the matter that now they put these things in this food that not only make us addicted to those certain foods, but again, messing up the biological makeup, the hormones that's added, especially to meat products, estrogen and testosterone levels being messed with in us, not being able to discern what's right and what's wrong because our minds are so clouded up and messed up from the byproducts of what's in our body, from the fake food that we eat, and then it's traveling to certain parts of our bodies and especially our brain, that we're doing stuff that don't even make sense to do. And that's what we need to question. Why am I even doing this? Why am I chasing after this? Why do I need this food when I know it's not healthy? They come out with reports all the time, studies saying that the shit is not healthy. But yet we run after, oh, such and such had it back in the day. Yes, such and such ain't have all this pollution going around. I'm tired of that excuse. Oh, back in the day, it was like this, it was like that. Yeah, and it was less toxic back then, too. We have to act in the factors of the new day and the stuff that's being done to the food. We're not willing to unlearn and question, and that's the problem. It is nanoparticles being put in food. Heavy metals, small heavy metals, put in food. For what reason? Just like what reason do we have to add all these additives and preservatives as a quote unquote shelf life? No, they adding it because they know once it gets in your body, it acts like a drug. And now they got a repeat customer. You ask any food lobbyist and they'll tell you, most of them, that is the basis of their argument when they go in there. It's called brand loyalty. You got to get you on the comeback, just like a drug dealer do. A drug dealer don't sell drugs. They don't have to advertise. Because once you take it, you're going to come back. And they're going to get you on the comeback. Now you're a repeat customer. The same thing with processed foods. And that's what we need to understand. That's why we are unknowingly and unwittingly addicts. We can't understand why I can't put this food down, why I can't walk away from it. It's not that you have a problem with your mental. You know you want to walk away from this. You know you want to leave it alone, but you can't because you're addicted. Point blank, period. All that shit that they put in their food that's on the back of that box listed under ingredients is designed to make you an addict, aka brand loyal. So just like you go through that drive-through every day, when you go to the grocery store every week, every 2 weeks, however often you go, that's why you beeline to certain things every week in that store. You get this every week. You ain't leaving that store till you get this, till you get this, till you get this. Why? Because that's your drug of choice. And it's not even the product itself that is your drug of choice. It is one of many, or more than one of many of those ingredients listed on the back that we can't even pronounce. That's what we chasing, that high from that ingredient and how it makes us feel when we eat it. Just like you want to feel a certain way when you hit a blunt. You looking for that feeling, for it to take you to that place. And that's the same thing with food. Oh, I ain't had my coffee this morning, so I ain't. Huh? Really, you need that coffee to be a certain way. Why? Because we can't sleep at night. So we need that hit. We know coffee is temporary, what, 2 to 4 hours? And then it switches over from caffeine to sugar if you don't go back and get that caffeine or salt. Why you think it's vending machines all around? That ain't nothing but big boxes of salt and sugar to get you through your day or to your next meal, which is full of the same shit. So, besides the fact that the manufactured food messes with your insides, you know, here I'm about to go to the meat. Because my stance was before, I don't tell people not to eat meat because it's trendy or, everybody, hopping on the bandwagon. My thing was, I can't recall the movie that I saw, but they showed the process from the slaughterhouse. Don't eat meat because it ain't inspected properly. Because they have so much of it, which they saying, we don't, but that's a whole nother story. We don't have enough food to go around. But the process of the slaughterhouse, some stuff slide through and it's not properly inspected, but it's still out for consumption. Then that's when you get all the recalls and shit like that. But I'll give you an example. I can't remember the exact percentage, but like I said, if I haven't said it already, I'm saying it now. You ain't got to trust or believe a word I say. If you hear me talk about something, go look that shit up. And I caution you not to use the well-known search engines because they like to bury shit. You probably won't find no real truth to you like 500,000 pages in. But just look around, check the temperature, and see what I'm talking about. There is a pus quota. There is allowed to be a certain amount of pus that is able to go through when they're processing cow meat. When they're breaking down a cow, if it got a cyst or an abscess or something because of all the bull that was shot up into them, the hormones and all that others. Ooh, try not to say it too much. The SIT word, SHIT word too much. When that stuff is processed, they are allowed to let a certain amount of pus go into the product. Cheese, milk, because everybody just think about the cow, they think about the steaks and the hamburgers. No, the dairy products is what I'm aiming at right now. Stuff that they done pumped into them and now it's giving them an infection, so they got to pump more stuff into them. Yeah. So just think about next time you eat a cheeseburger, how much of this is pus? And I ain't trying to tell you that because you're going to eat it anyway if you want to. But this is just to inform you. You making an informed decision to eat pus. So as far as I'm concerned, the FDA is a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm not going to censor myself. People, I'm not going to do it. It's a bunch of bullshit. And that's why we have, when they say it's out, women out here acting like men and men out here acting like women, it's not so much, by their, it's not their fault. It's really not by their own knowledge of self. And I say it like that is because if you are a man overloaded with estrogen through the food, how you think you gonna act? If you're a woman getting overloaded with estrogen and it's making you what they say, more mannish in your behavior, that's because the overload of estrogen in the food. And it's all leading to the decisions you make, having discernment. Because your insides are out of whack. They're not operating together. They're working against each other. So you making decisions that you wouldn't even normally make. And it's all because you drunk a soda. It's all because you had a burger. But you doing this every day. It's building up in your body. And you don't know what the hell is going on with you. And people be like, I feel like I'm going crazy. And yeah, you have that feeling because of the shit that you eating. And it's so simple, but they want to make it seem so complex and throw these fucking $10 words at you like you not intelligent enough to know. And it's not that you're not intelligent enough to know, it's that we're not even asking in the first place. Everything that's pushed to the forefront, you see on the screens all the time, and I don't give a shit if it's from food to clothing. If it is mainstream, it is not healthy for you. It is about power, control, and money at the end of the day. It's not that hard. All the stuff that happens in this world that's going on right now. Since the beginning of time, I'll even take it back. But it wasn't as fierce as it is now. But you control the food, you control the people. You control the money, you control the people. And if you're docile in your thinking and how you move and don't question shit, it's right where they want you. They got you. Question every damn thing. Food is product. Okay? And they move it as such. Just like a dealer got their product, just like a pharmacist got their product. Food is product. Food is supposed to be nutrients. That's what food is supposed to be. If we're ingesting and digesting something in our body, it should be helping, not hindering the process within us. It shouldn't be breaking down nothing. It should be adding to. Go in one way and come out four other ways. What they say, respiration, perspiration, urination, and defecation. You eat something, you getting heartburn, that's acid buildup. You burping, that's acid buildup. They ain't making room for shit. Oh, I gotta burp so I can finish this. No, that's your body letting you know that it's had enough acid and it can't take it no more. Because you done ate this food and it done turned inflammatory in your system, and your system is saying, I can't do it no more. Chill. So I just wanted you to put that in your back pocket and have that to think about. What am I putting in and on my body? Because all these diseases that we have out here, we're not supposed to be having them. It ain't got shit to do with getting older. You're not supposed to be going through this stuff. Pain is minimal. You walking around inflamed, and pain is basically the same thing in medical speak. Like, I can't do it no more. And I want you to recognize that you shouldn't be doing it no more because it's not offering anything. You are your caretaker. You now have to learn how to be a quote unquote doctor for yourself. Because most of the time when you go into these doctors and try to advocate for yourself, they want to shut you down with a prescription. They want to shut you down with telling you you're not going through what you're going through. This ain't what's really happening with you. But we don't know. And I'm going to send you here to get poked, here to get poked, here to get poked, and x-rayed and all that other shit. You want an x-ray? Sit in front of a damn electronic device for 6+ more hours. That's your fill of radiation for the day. That's like going through an x-ray machine since you want an x-ray so bad to find out what's going on. No. You look yourself in the mirror and say what's going on. You do a full body assessment on yourself and take it to your doctor and say, Doc, this what's going on. What we gonna do about it? So we got to get to know ourselves. And the first place to start is looking in that mirror and asking yourself some important questions that you may not even thought to ask. And even if you ain't ready to ask them, write them down for future use. Because these gov acronyms ain't nothing but gangs. They're organized crime, and that's how they work. If you constantly putting out products to your citizens and constituents that are slowly killing them, just like a illegal street drug, what better are you than they are? They police other people, but they have nobody policing them. And we as the public should be the ones policing them. Without us, they have no customer. Grow your food, it's your medicine. Because even if it's organic, it still got to get the same toxic air and the same acidy rain. It's not 100%. Better option? Yes. If you could grow your food in your house and keep your air clean in your house, do it. Do it. Start getting them seeds and do it. So that's just, my take on the gov acronyms that have to do with food and drugs. Because whether you want to believe it or not, you are a food addict in some capacity, to some level. So look in that mirror and check yourself and say, I need to make a change because that's what's up for me. I don't want nobody coming to see me in no hospital all tubed up. I want to be out enjoying my life with my family and my loved ones. And on that note, I'm going to be out. But again, just a little something for you to think about. All right? Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time.